Alrighty, and welcome back. Oh, I need food. I am starving. Sorry about that little break. The game crashed, so let's hit this quickly before I die. There you go. Yeah, just a little bit of a game crash. Welcome back to another day of Brickcraft. As a small recap, we are now working on making some things here in the claim, just to make it look pretty. Starting with more storage to have the things that we need to make it pretty. There's two more things that I want to build up there, so while I'm here, let me actually bring my wagon out. Grab the wagon. And just grab a stack here. I think I only need 4, if I am correct, but I don't remember exactly, so a bit of a rough way up, but we made it. And here I wanted to build this. Oh, looks like I'm also missing a couple of fences up here. There you go. Alrighty. Oh, yeah, this is here because I thought I wanted to have it just kind of hidden away over here. Not entirely sure about that orientation or position. Maybe in this tile. This tile? No. This tile with this facing this way? Yeah, I like it there. Because this is where the tent will be. The front of the tent is this way. Oh, right. My fishing thing goes here, right? Oh, can't go there. Can't go here. Can't go there. So I guess it has to go here for now. So yeah, the entrance is gonna be here. And, actually, I think I want to move this chest up here. Yeah, that looks better there. So that's like my personal little chest. And, you know, my well up here in case I get thirsty. I don't have to go all the way down there. The entrance of the tent is going to be facing this way, which I think is a really pretty view. But then you also have... No, don't chop it. Don't dive into the water. Here. So you can also, you know, sit down on this side to watch a little sunset or something below the tree. I just feel it looks cute. It might actually be better here. Is it? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. think it's kind of in the way here. That's definitely better. Do I want the bucket facing this way? That looks kind of weird with this sort of hanging over the edge. This is still hanging over the edge. Yeah, this looks okay. So yeah, you have like this nice little spot behind the cabin, overlooking this little bay, and then you have this side next to the fireplace. I wish we could have like benches or, you know, other little things. I was thinking I might place a fire camp here, like a small campfire, but I don't think I will. I think that large bonfire on that side is better. Then down there right now is where I placed the tailoring and the leather working things. I'm not entirely sure I'll keep them there. I think I might actually place them inside. I'm not entirely sure if I'll do something with this at some point or not. And then over here, cooking, masonry, smithing. Over there, farming. Then of course, by the port, you have all the actual gathering process stations. Let me actually. I wonder if this is actually a place where you can dive down from. That's actually gonna be my favorite way of getting down there. No, it climbed. Why? I don't know. I'm not sure why it did the diving animation here. It only tends to do that from lower heights. It would have been so cool if it actually did. But yeah, like if you're coming in with your, like if you're bringing cargo on your boat, then you want to be able to have your boat parked in here, in this nice little inlet that exists here, and then be able to use the forestry or the mining or the foraging station to process them. Oh, looks like I have some stuff in there. I'll look at that in a moment. Do I have everything for this in my inventory? No, I just need to build it. And then I'll go build these things. Most of the stations, actually all of the stations, I believe, now at this point, were actually brought in from here. This used to be where the Stone Citadel was, and they, I guess, became inactive when I realized that the claim was gone. I told Stone, but he told me that they were probably not planning on going back to it, reviving it and whatnot, so I asked him if I could take the stations. He said sure, and you know, I brought them here a couple of days ago. Which is nice, because this claim is tier 2, but I have tier 3 crafting stations, which means I could do up to tier 3 farming and cooking and everything, which is nice. Not sure how much of it I'll do. I'm very proud of how my little farm ended up, but I don't know how much I'll actually use it. I'll probably do a bunch of tier 1 bulbs at some point somewhat soon. Mainly because I want the, what's it called? The crop oil. But even that, I'm not 100% sure I'll do it here. I might do it at another claim that has a waystone, because mine doesn't, because it's only tier 2. And I placed these ones here because, as you can see, if you have only two of them, they kind of look bland. But if you add another one down here, even if they don't truly connect, these will actually extend. So I find I actually like how that looks very much. And down here I could have also made those small ones, but because the wall or cliff is just too brown, I figured, I mean, this is also brown, but it's not as flat. I figured this would probably look better. And I think I like it. Yeah, I think it looks good. Now, I am seriously considering if I should do this for the Waystone, but I don't really want to spend time doing something that is not what I want to do. The closest Waystone is here, so it's not really that far. Like, would it be more convenient to have one here? Yes. Is it worth the time and effort to make it? Probably not. I wonder if anyone is selling them. What are they called? Nah. Yeah, it's only actually gonna show me the Rumba trades for the regular codexes, because that's probably all that there is. Now, what is it that you needed for? Is it just, it's just refined things, right? So it takes 2 tier 1 refined things to make each of the tier 2. You need 50 of the tier 2 things. So if I was to put a price on that, if 125 is each of the tier 1 things, that would be times 2 times, actually times 3 times 50, because you also need, like, you need the 2 tier 1 things and then the tier 2 things as well. So it would be 125 times 3 times 50. So that's 18,750 hex coins. At this point, I could get that amount of hex coin, but I don't know that anybody would be willing to go through all the tasks that involve getting the things that I would need. Let's see, let me divide that by 10, because that would be the price for each codex at 1,875. I guess I could go and, because it's not like, it's not really just the Waystone. That's actually, that would be another 25,000 of hex coins to get the recipe, and then another bunch of stuff that is needed to craft it. Really, the main reason why I'm seriously considering it is, where is it? Is it gonna be here? Yeah. It's actually these things. I just would like to be able to place a bunch of these. However, these ones need oh. Here. These ones the claim is missing the necessary requirement, and the requirement is this. So yeah, that's not really gonna that's not really gonna be the case. Oh, so this actually goes this way and then that way. It's not a straight up. Is it? Can I actually? Oh no, I can. Still deciding how I want to pave this path. I think I want to do what I've done here and just finish that. Which is basically the path itself is steel. Oh, I need to make this steel and this steel. Yeah, I think that works. It looks kind of weird because this is also using those two in a different way. But maybe not too weird. It's hard to have such an asymmetrical claim or like path and have a symmetrical design. Like I could have just all of them be teal with the blue in the middle, and it's just all the same kind of design. Or the other way around, like this, and just make it a little bit darker. But I think one is too dark and the other one is too light. I didn't really think I would have this much time to work on my, like on the settlement, so I sort of like didn't really plan on what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it. I do want to make the large pattern starting here, facing that way. This is going to be the hardest part, but if I'm able to dig these ones, which I should, then I could probably make it all the way to here without too much trouble. And actually maybe even to here, because lowering these ones is not a lot of work. I think this would be the limit, because these ones and then down there, it would be a little bit harder. And actually, I like that sort of like as the northern gate. I wonder, can I... Oh, they're not decorations? No, they do need a claim. Oh, this one doesn't need a claim, eh? I cannot tell what orientation this has. Right now I really just want to see if I can actually place it outside. Because there's a lot of materials for that here. Ooh, I can. That's interesting. Because I could place that, that's 4 tiles wide. I could place it here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think it would look really good. Really, really good. I would probably need to lift this one and maybe this one to be the same height as that. This is why I never accomplish any tasks. I get very easily sidetracked. But then if I don't do it when I think about it, I forget. Like that area over there. Actually, let's do that area right now. I can do that, right? I've got a little bit of food. Which I should eat, actually. That's probably enough sticks. So first, let me see what the height is up here. And up here. What is our target? Our target is 105. Okay. And these two have to go up to 105, right? I'm gonna start with this one, which is lower. Oh, this actually is gonna be very easy. It's just 2 sets of 5. And another one. Hey there, Kayleen. How are you doing today? Come on, climb down. There we go. I brought my... Well, I did the first cart trip, or wagon trip from here, bringing some tier 1 logs, because I needed the logs to build some things here, which I'll show you in a bit. And along the way, I realized there were some things that I wanted to still do with the road. Mainly, I realized that this area here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like the path is raised, and then below, but here I only raised this tile. It's kind of hard to see, but I raised this tile, but I didn't raise the rest, so I want to at some point go back and do that. And also, since we have more time now for the test, this pattern and width, I want to make it from here to here, well, to about here. Probably not all the way, because this part would be a little bit too tricky. This part as well, so like if I'm not doing all of it, then at least, you know, a comparable size of both ends. And it kind of, I noticed that there's this raised area here flanked by 2 like pillars, and you can actually build the tier 3 gates outside of a claim. So I want to place a gate here. I'm not gonna place it right now because since it's not in a claim, you cannot rotate it, and right now, you know, my client is doing this weird thing where it won't actually show you the model, just those weird... Yeah, not with everything, but then it's not always the same thing. Like sometimes these ones look good, sometimes they look like that. I don't know. I might just like at some point come and relog as many times as it takes for me to place it here. But I placed this here just to confirm that it worked. and all the materials are right around me anyway. So, and actually I have a bunch of this and a bunch of those, so it's very easy to make that here. So yeah, I figured I would. I'm curious too as if this work as a light source as well, because I remember the tier 1s do, and I would imagine the tier 3 do as well. And there is this gaps at certain, like I wouldn't necessarily want to put one at each one of the gaps because I think that would be I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be too bad. Something to consider at some point. But at least here it should extend the light protection a little bit, even if it's just up to here. That would be nice. Maybe I can actually raise this up to this height and place it here in the middle. I think that might look better. It's funny how everything always takes a lot more work to look better. Because if I raise this one, then I would want to raise this one as well. That's gonna be a lot of effort to bring this all the way up to 105. I'll put that on the back burner. Because while it would definitely look better, like just stand here and see the two pillars and then the gate right out here. Yeah, I think I cannot not do it that way now. Alright, now let's go. Was it here? Yeah. Oh, let's go here. Won't let me acknowledge that there's been an error. Yeah, I've had this problem before where I cannot get rid of that, but if I click log out, the message ends up behind this. So for now, I'm going to just bring it here. Was it there? Yeah, it's further south, right? Where am I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's here. Can I walk? Will it not let me walk? Nah, not letting me. I'm gonna have to restart. And I'm gonna have to do it the hard way because it won't even let me just relog this way. So, I gotta force quit. And launch it again. How's your day been, Kaylin? How's the Temple of the Jackal coming up? Do you have a waystone over there, or do you have to actually walk to get there? Alright, a little bit more. There we go. Also, you take the skiff because you're here, right? And I remember I saw it. Was this here? No. I thought I remember seeing it. Oh yeah, like way down here. Don't think you'll finish most of it. Well, if you I guess you're too busy today. If you go there tomorrow, I could probably join in and give you a hand. At least I'm curious to see what it is, and I'd like it. I'd like to see what you're doing over there. The name is intriguing, at the very least. I'm not sure if you've seen, because I don't know if what you're trying to make there is kind of like a place full of jackals. Yeah, you're at it for sure. There's a lot of people at it, so um, it's just I wanted to make it the as highly populated as possible, but everybody that is at it for a reason. So everybody that is at it is people that I have interacted in a positive way with, and of course you would be there. Did I have it deployed there? I left it deployed. Oh. Alright, I'll just move them out of the way. My tier 2 claim in the middle of nowhere with no waystone is now the second most populated claim in the game. I mean, pretty much anyone else could have more people very easily by just adding more people. But yeah, I thought it was funny. And actually, I can't remember if, because I had to deconstruct it and build it again. So I can't remember if, yeah, I made Alessandro, Blave, and Minch co-owners. Yeah, I saw that Foothills is now T6. That's insane. That is definitely something to be proud of, for sure. That's a lot of work. Yeah, I can imagine it was definitely a lot of work. Do you have all the T6 stations, or are you guys still building some of them? Because that also takes a while. That's also, like, the funnel up for the buildings themselves is also a bit of a pain. Although I guess if you had gathered all the resources, it's just a lot of effort, I guess. Like, actual crafting effort. Oh, it's not gonna open. Oh, I know. I have a goat. Now it opens. The cargo bog thing that requires a vehicle to be there in order to work. Kelly saying we chose a few to start with, especially the ones that we could use, like masonry and mining for the stones from the snowy peaks. That makes sense. You don't need everything. That's true. Oh, why did I recover the goat? That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to view the storage. Oh, that's it. You're not a very useful goat, are you? Trees are in the desert. It's far easier to use the forester in Cordis. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, not here, because that's also inside this. There we go. One more. Finally. Okay, now we can start building some of these things. Okay, there's some berries that need to go there, some sand that needs to go there, a tree that needs to go there, and another tree that needs to go there. This is easy. So that takes care of these two. Then the berries. The tree is gonna be a pain because I will also need to move all the cargo. So I might actually just raise the ones that are there right now and then come back to finish that last one later when I have my wagon. Have you been to Road's End, or have you seen the end of the road? Was it 2? Yeah, 2. Oh, you were just there. Ah, should have told me. I would have teleported to say hi and take a picture. Yeah, there's really not that much more that I want to do in it. There's a lot of elevation. A lot of it was natural elevation that was there before. Let me send you a screenshot of what it looked like before. I know I have one here. Where you are? Here you are. So I just DM'd you the picture of how it looked before. You know, at the time of this picture, I had already dug down the port. That whole port area was at the same height as the farms, basically. And then you had that other area that sort of goes up. And basically, all I did was, I guess, use that terrain. Well, I built the port, so that was digging down, but use that terrain to make the farm area into terraces, and then have like a flat central area, and then an elevated area with a ramp, which is where I'll build a tent at some point. One of the biggest problems right now, actually, is that I think I might have to purchase these things because I just don't really have leather working, and I'm not sure how many people are actually gonna be selling leather. Might as well look. Okay, this person has 4. And this person has 10. Oh, no, they're buying. This has 13. They're all very pricey though. Because at that point, I don't really want to, but I might end up doing some hunting and leatherworking. I'm close to 20. Yeah, they're very expensive. And while I could afford them, like by just making planks, at that point I might as well just hunt and get them. myself. It's a shame that they... Yeah, there's a whole bunch of rocks here that I'll need to clear out, so I'll come back with the cart later. It's a shame that we've been saying that the hunting is not good for a while, and it hasn't really felt like anything has been done to improve it. It's, I guess, hard to tell this time for me because A, I haven't been hunting, and B, there's the added element of the jackals. But I don't know. I still think you should be able to just harvest them out in the field instead of needing to pull them to your cart. Pulling stationary resources into your cart, like having to cut the tree and then that is only logs and then you need to bring the logs in, I can understand. I agree. Even the bushes with the fibers, that's perfectly fine. But the animals are moving, so unless they start to give like a ton of leather, like a lot more leather than they do right now, they're too much work. Why didn't I collect it? Oh, because I was moving this back here. There we go. Okay, so the next immediate objective... Oh, paving, right? I wanted to finish paving this, and I think for that I needed tier 4 clay, if I am correct. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, actually I need pebbles and clay. I see, I see. So it's gonna be 2 trips. Also, Kaylin, did you arrive here by boat or walking? Because I mean, any approach works, but the reason that I really liked this place... Oh, so you did go up the little waterfall and in between this, or did you dismount your boat here and climb? Because the intended way for the settlement to be entered is, yeah, exactly, through the little waterfall and around that way. I think it just, and once the tent is up here, I think it's just gonna be nice and pretty. I like that just naturally there's this low area on this side. And then there's like this little natural pool before the big lake. And I'm happy that it coincided with this inlet that I liked going down, being exactly at the northern end of that bay on the lower side, because up here it's higher hills and down here was fairly low. It was not too hard to do that first bit of digging to start the bog. And I think if it had been like further this way, it's not only this, it also managed to avoid this ruins. No, it's probably not gonna show me the safe area, but like this ruins area basically almost to the edge of this side, and then this one is a little bit further out, but the fact that it was possible to just do the straight line without anything interfering, and that all of it matched, I don't know. I'm very satisfied and happy with having been able to finish that. Kelly, to be a bit personal with a story, I feel Bitcraft this alpha was rough for me in time and energy, but I feel I've learned a lot about myself, and I feel I gained a lot of confidence from my leadership and from reaching T6 as third in the world this test. That's good to hear. You should definitely have confidence in yourself. You did a really good job with Foothills this test. And yeah, leading takes a lot more energy that people usually realize. Often because people in a leadership position don't always lead. So it's easy to think that being in a leadership position will let you lean back, because that's what a lot of the people that are in those positions do, but that is not leading. What you did was leading, and you should definitely be proud of that. Mm, yeah, I should go there. You're welcome. I'm not saying anything that is not true. I'm just stating the facts. Alright, let me grab some food. Oh, I am such an idiot. I didn't I didn't clear my inventory. So I guess oh, and this is still broken. The bank is still broken. No. This is gonna be a bit of a pain. Yeah. I need to go back to my suboptimal gameplay title. This goes here. That goes there. Well, at least I can sell this to Rumba now. Actually, I'll drop this down. I'll keep my food, although I'm going to use that instead of the one that I have on me. And the nails. I don't need the nails, so I do want that there. Let's grab a second stack. And let's just quickly sell the fur here. There we go. Now we're ready to hunt. What? Was I too far? Then why did you open the trade window? There you go. Has anybody bought anything? Nope. Oh, I have a bird here already. Good to know. Alright, let's find some birds. Oh, and there's also a tier 2 bow that I probably will need. Hello there, Jantella. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I am doing good. Doing an activity that I did not expect I would be doing, which is hunting. It's something that I've mostly avoided so far, but I guess in the end I'll have to. Tired, but well, I mean, at least well is good. Sad that you're tired, but that's something that happens as well. At least the good thing that there's less activity now in the alpha is that I probably am able to just kill birds and not worry about them being stolen, and then go around with the cart and pick them up. And there's actually tons of birds. And you can actually see people from really far off. So I think there's actually literally nobody else right now around here. So let's go this way so that I kind of push it towards that other group. It's harder to direct them this time around than it was on the previous test. Otherwise, I would have had an easier time sort of like cornering it towards the water. But I don't know if it's like they changed the way that they move or something. I found that to be much more difficult. Kelling saying, litter the fields with corpses, let their crimson blood drench the grass. Yes, exactly. Is that a quote from somewhere? That sounds really cool. Jantel, ask me anything. I have a question then. If you could wake up tomorrow magically fluent in any language, which language would you choose? I would choose Chinese, probably. Because it's a very interesting language. There's a lot of interesting literature in it. I have a friend who speaks Chinese. They actually went, well, she speaks like 9 languages. And there's a lot of interesting Chinese literature, and there's, you know, a very large population of the world that speaks Chinese. So I think that would be useful. How about you? Which one would you choose? And I agree, there's definitely, whenever the question is learning, there's no wrong answer. Any learning is good. Jantel saying, and I would probably choose Spanish or ASL, as those are languages I'm currently learning. Good. I actually speak Spanish. I was born in Mexico. It's a complicated language grammatically, if your base is English, because it works very differently. There's a lot more rules to it. But one advantage it does have versus English is that once you learn to read it, you will learn how to pronounce it. Pretty much any word that you read very easily, because unlike English and some other languages, the words are read exactly as they are written. So that's always very useful. Did I miss any of the corpses that I left behind? That's the only issue with what I'm doing right now. Let me actually, no, it's not map. Let's get rid of the grass so that I can actually see what's underneath. Yeah, see, there's corpses over there. I knew I missed some of them. Yes, Tela, this is kind of like an open world survival. Basically, the goal of the project is to have one single world. So, you know, right now I haven't really explored all of it, but it's just one big world with all the players in it at the same time. So one single instance. The developers had to do to develop, I guess, a database for it to work, for it to be able to support that many players online at the same time. And right now it's in an alpha state. This alpha started off as a closed alpha and it got opened up recently. So if you are interested, you can go over to bigcraftonline.com, I think is the website, and download it and play it. I'm not sure if future tests will also be open from now on or if they'll be closed still for some time. But yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to find something else to compare it with. There's no PvP. There's little combat. Combat was only just introduced on this test. Up until now, there wasn't any. This is not considered combat. This is considered hunting. The NPCs that are huntables, as I understand it, will never fight back. There are other types of NPCs that they added this time that do fight back, and yeah, for that it's a different weapon with different skills. But it's been fun. It's definitely been a fun experience. If you're interested in survival or crafting games, I think you would probably like it. Right now I'm hunting because I want leather, because I want to build myself a tent. This thing here. That takes a lot of leather. And there's also, I guess, tiered materials. These birds will give me tier 1 leather. In order to make tier 2 leather, I will need to hunt a different type of animal and both kill that animal to get the the leather from it, and then combine it with the tier 1 leather to make the tier 2. So it's kind of like for each step up you need something from the previous step. It's kind of awkward at the beginning, and I think they're still balancing it. Right now it feels a little bit too taxing, but it's an interesting system to try to keep everyone relevant at all times and make new players relevant right off the bat. Right now I'm in the starter biome, and there's 3 towns at each of the 3 starter biomes that players are randomly sent to. So any new player would be sent here, and they would be able to hunt for the tier 1 animals or gather tier 1 wood and be able to trade with higher tier players for better equipment or for things that they lack while they get leveled enough to do it themselves. And there's also a ton of professions. Each one crafts different things, or for example, in terms of foraging, forestry, and mining, these are not really crafting skills, same as fishing. They are more like gathering skills. This is how you get the materials for the masons and the scholars and the cook. Hunting, I guess, would also be gathering, so that they can do so that they can craft. Yeah, pretty much. It's fairly complex to explain briefly, but it's definitely an interesting game. This test is going to be, well, the server is going to be up until past the holidays. That's all we know at the moment. Not sure if it'll be on for much longer after that, but more likely than not, they will close down the servers to just keep working on the next alpha, which would be Alpha 4. I guess to implement all of the feedback that has been provided by testers and, you know, all of that. Shoot the bird. Come on. I wonder how many more I want to bring. Maybe at least a couple more. Yeah, one more. Yeah, I was almost able to properly steer this one to my cart. Alright, now back to town. I think the leather working station is closer to the northern side of the pond. And since I'm no longer looking for corpses, let's get everything looking pretty again. I just realized, oh yeah, I forgot to turn on my music. Let's restore that. There we go. Okay, so this is the masonry area, so I actually meant to go that way. Thank you. I use the service that's actually listed on the profile description, ChillHop. It's just a free website with music that you can stream to without getting in trouble. And yeah, it's nice. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna get the two of the few skills that I still had not gotten to tier 2, I guess are now gonna end up tier 2. I think. Well, I guess I'll have to. Leather working should be easy, and it'll definitely get there. I'm not entirely sure about hunting though. It's going up pretty quickly, so maybe it will. They're actually the only two skills that I still hadn't developed. The only reason I got tailoring to 26 was to make the skiff. Kelly saying I have so much terraforming to do, but I think I can make it a long way if I plan every day from now on for a week. Yeah, organizing yourself and, you know, setting up a plan for what you want to do definitely helps. And I'll drop in and give you a hand at some point for sure. You know you can count on me for digging. Now let's actually do the math. How much of what do I need? So that is 3 of each, which means, no, here. Cargo, leather. This takes 10 leathers. For each one, I don't have it, but I need 2 tier 1s. And I actually need 3 of them, so I need 30 of these, which means I need 60 tier 1 leathers. Let me write that down somewhere. 60 tier 1 leather. That will go into 30 tier 2, which will turn into 3 cargoes. The next is these things. I don't think I have ever made them. Okay, so it's the same thing. Oh, okay, so it's basically gonna be the same thing for each of them. And it is this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. So it's all 5 resources. Okay. So that should not be too hard. This one means 60 tier 1 bricks though, right? Because I need 30 of this. And to make 30 of these... Oh, it's only 1 to 1. Did they change that? Or has it always been 1 to 1? When does it become 2 to 1 then? Is it 2 to 1 only past tier 3? Or is it always 1 to 1? No, it is 2 to 1 at tier 3. And it is 2 to 1 here. Oh, that's right. I was looking at the wrong thing. You're right. I was missing a step. So this comes from this. You need only 1 of those, but to make that one, this is where you need 2 of those. Yeah. That's what I was missing. All right. So I already have the timbers, so I also need bricks, and I need pyrolite, and I need cloth. All right. That should keep me busy for some time. I might actually be able to buy some cloth. I would expect that to be more readily available. Hopefully. Let's say tier 2. Is there any tier 2 already made? Yeah, see? This. I can definitely just buy 10 of this. Or actually 30 of this. So that's 65. Would be... yeah, just a couple thousand hex coins. I'll probably rather do that than do the whole funnel on a skill that I have not really been interested in developing. Bricks actually should be easy. Oh, not really? Interesting. Nobody's selling bricks anymore? Interesting. That's curious. Oh, every time I am in the starter towns, I always try to check for basic crop oil. Looks like someone is selling 3 of them in the Eastern Ruin towns. Oh, that's right, probably doesn't have the S. Yeah, but not a lot of people are selling it. I will have to go farming. Oh, that's the thing. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of the Rumba ones. 30? Oh wait, but I want to see the tier 2. No, this is actually the ones that I wanted to sell for people to make their own, what's it called? I think it's for this one, for the expanded cache, but nobody ever bought them. Everybody just did their own, I guess. So brick, tier 2. Nobody bought my refined. I actually should just grab them and give them to Brico. Oh wait, you cannot give the tier 2 to Brico, that's right. I guess these are just gonna stay there and live there forever. Yeah, the price is lower, but there's none. Well, we'll get to that at some point. For now, I need bark. Is there? Yes, there's a tree here. Oh wait, actually, never mind. I don't need that. I have trunks. Wait, how much leather did I get now? 30. Oh, okay, so I'm actually gonna have to go and get 15 more animals to get 60. Okay. However, I do want to see... no, not the trade finder, the compendium. What's it called? Tanning and something? Basic tannin, yes. Each bark gives me... oh, and I need buckets. I have buckets in Aquila. So each one gives me 3. And I need 60. So that is 20 pieces of bark. Okay. I don't have any buckets in here, do I? No. Kelly, to continue with my personal story about confidence, yesterday I was talking to a woman I really like. I never had so much confidence in a conversation as yesterday. I think we match. She's gonna go for a month, but we're going to see each other afterwards. I'm really happy. I'm really happy for you, Kaylin. That sounds really good. Is this a woman like at work or just in generally in your life? you volunteer at the same place. That's really cool. So that means you know you're kind of interested in the same things, or I guess have a similar view of the world and life, at least in a broad sense. I mean, they're still getting to know each other, but it's definitely a good place to start. I'm really happy they eliminated the cooling town for teleporting right now. It's weird for me to say because I'm one of probably the biggest advocates of kill waystones and eliminate teleporting. But for purposes of this test and just having time to do things, I think it's really nice. And Kelly's saying we kind of are both very creative people, as we found out yesterday, but both in arts that the other does not do. That's actually really good, because if you're both very creative people, that means that you will both be interested in what the other one is doing without it necessarily just being more of the same. Like, it might not sound like it's a big difference, but I think it is a big difference, and I think it's a positive one. Okay, so that should be enough tannin. Because like it's great to find someone that has a similar disposition as you, but you also don't really want a clone of yourself, because then that attraction would probably not come from a place that would lead to a healthy relationship, whereas an attraction that comes from having similarities but also interesting things to discover about each other, I think that is, you know, a better base to any kind of relationship. Let's grab that last bird. Okay, let me collect the wagon first. And grab the last bird. So I guess, you know, she's probably going away for the holidays and then going back. I assume if you're volunteering in the same place, you live in the same town. I know a lot of people just go back to like their grandparents' or parents' hometowns for the holidays. Visiting the in a different country for the holidays. All right. So she's originally from a different country then. That's even more, I guess, interesting things to share. All right, let's get us 14 more corpses. Let's try to go straight this way. Oh, okay, so it's on the southern side of the pond. Let's see if I can push this guy towards that pond. No. Alright, that failed. It avoided it much too early for me to try to corner it. Well, I'm going to park here and get rid of the grass again. Killing on one side it's interesting, but on the other side I always feel a very small bit sad with friends that I can't speak Dutch with because they will never know how to express myself naturally. I guess that's true, and I guess, yeah, it's like differences in language are weird in a way because I think I even think differently depending on if I'm speaking in English or Spanish. So I'm guessing that's kind of what you mean with Dutch as well. Like, language is not just words, it's the way that you form thoughts. And some things are just not really equivalent. Although, sometimes trying to like when you have certain expressions that have a feeling that goes beyond just the word, at least in my experience, it's not too hard to explain exactly what that means, and then in future uses, instead of, like, if you're speaking English, instead of saying the English word that doesn't exactly mean what you mean, you are able to say the Dutch word, and then the person knows maybe not exactly what you mean, but a better approximation. I'm killing them too quickly, I need them to run closer to my cart. Where is my cart, by the way? Oh, it's over there. Wait, let me actually track it so that I can see it more easily on the minimap. Alright, let's go get you. Yeah, see, now I have an arrow that's pointing to where I want to make it run. And it's easier for me to actually make it run that way. Almost. Is it gonna be perfect? Yes. There's few things more satisfying than killing a bird exactly on top of your cart. I especially miss poetic qualities of in English. I can still make my sentences pretty and poetic, but I often miss small bits of meaning. Yeah, I agree. I get that with Spanish as well. Like, for me, it's easier to find the right word in Spanish, not just in terms of meaning, but in terms of form, than it is in English. I think I've been getting better over the years in English just because I guess I interact with a lot of people in English, and I've had jobs where English has been the language, the main language that I use. And also I've started to read more in English than I do in Spanish, which I think has done good for my English vocabulary, but I think it's been maybe not so good for my Spanish vocabulary. Now I sometimes struggle finding some words in Spanish in my head. It also doesn't help that I moved to Spain, which is also a Spanish-speaking country, but it's a different Spanish with, I guess, also different nuances in vocabulary. Come on, Sagberg, walk. Walk a little bit more. Keep walking. There you go. Alright, I wonder if I have enough corpses. I think I needed 14, right? Because I had 15 before and that gave me 30 bits of leather. And I need 60 total. I did make level 20 hunting. Okay, there's about 3 more on that side. And I think there's at least 1 or 2 underneath the cart, right? No, not the flint. The bird. There we go. Yeah, exactly. I would need 15, but there was 1 already on my market stall, so 14. To me, oh, okay, let me have a look at that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Like, I see the claim up there. Did you just find, like, one of the highest points? And I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay, so a long, long staircase facing the camera. Alright. And where does it end, though? Like, is it a long staircase towards the water? Is that the goal? Because if you're trying to bring the rock down to water level, that's a lot of effort. I'm not saying it's not worth it. It is 100% worth it, but it's a lot of effort. It should end at water level in the end. All right, so I will definitely be joining you with a bunch of bulb rolls, tier 4 bulb rolls for the heaviest digging, because that's gonna take some work. All right, 4 more. I need 4 more birds. 4 volunteers here, please. And I probably want to bring my cart a little bit further along. Yeah, I like it. I like digging as well. It is not. I know that a lot of people find it tedious, and I know that sometimes, you know, I've met people that get excited about the idea of digging, and then once they start digging, they get bored quickly, because it's always cool to see the world take a new shape, right? but it's not always clear just how much effort it takes. But once you get used to that, and it's sort of like, once you get in the groove, it's not too bad. Like, I find myself with, you know, dig projects that are like a lot of levels for just one tile. It doesn't really feel like much, even if it'll take a few minutes. If it's just one tile, it's like, yeah, this is nothing. Killing him now 30 height down, and I need 70 height down more. The staircase must go from 130 to 30. Yeah, that sounds about right. But isn't water level at 25? I thought it was at 25. I mean, at that point, it is 5 more levels. That will be 15,000 effort each. Once you start getting to the 15,000 effort cap, that's where things really slow down. And 5 levels do make a difference. Not an impossible difference, but a difference. Okay, I need one more. I'll trust you on that. Yeah, I guess it depends on if the body of water that you're ending on is like ocean. It should be 25, but in certain areas you'll have like the little waterfalls that are in the water that raise that base level a little bit and make it still navigable. I don't remember seeing that in that biome, but maybe. Okay, so this way now. I really wish I could use my goat to pull the cart. It's not like the goat is a lot faster than the cart anyway, but just a little bit faster would make such a big difference. Going inlands with the staircase, just want to be around 30 height so it matches the water more. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so that is in Stony Garden then. So that means... oh, okay, so this is water heading this way. I don't know why yesterday I saw... like, I was just looking at this area of the map. Actually, it's easier to see with this. I was just looking at to see if there had been any claims up here, and I noticed like the farthest ones were this one and that one. And then I saw this and I thought this was also Pine Forest. But it makes sense that it would be Rocky Garden. Look, there's one more player here in town with me. Oh wait, no, they're gone? Oh yes, there's one more player in town with me. I wonder who it might be. I think lately I've been seeing... who have I been seeing around here? I saw Nanami the other day. I saw... Annie something? Anna something, like a two-part name. They're here. No. J Gex. I have no idea who Jagex is. That is a player I do not know. Hey there, Karandasur, welcome to the game. It is not a blockchain game. If you're confused because you heard it was a blockchain game, it's because you've been misinformed. It's just a regular game. Well, I wouldn't say regular, it's a good game. But yes, it has absolutely nothing to do with blockchain or crypto, as it has been frequently repeated by the devs. But for some reason, in some sectors of the internet, there's still people apparently spreading misinformation. Oh, not blockchain funds. It's a different part of a firm that has a separate section that does invest in blockchain, but it's a different, like, it's a similar name, but it's not exactly the same fund. As far as I understand it, I don't really like. I don't know much about blockchain and crypto. All that I know has come from learning from people that come to the game thinking it's something that it's not. And yeah, we've sort of learned a lot of the lingo and some of the concepts and some of the things just as a way to be able to more clearly explain that this has nothing to do with that. So yeah, sorry you got the wrong impression there, but it is a fun game, so worth having a look. Oh, I finished hunting, so let me bring back the grass. And that will be the first part for the leather. Where should I hunt for goats? I think I remember KOF and Shovel area had a lot of braziers around, so I might actually go there to try to find the goats. I also I have heard about the rocky biome near Ludens being a good place to hunt for tier 2 leather. Oh, actually I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask Zozo, because I know Zozo sort of reluctantly became the hunter for their group. Other side of the... Oh, that's right. But the thing about the other side of the water at Dock compound is that there's also a lot of jackals. I'm trying to figure out what the best place would be without running into jackals. Oh, apparently she did go back to hunting tier 2 things because they're short on tier 2 leather. And people want more better tools. Yeah, the funnel up system also doesn't really work if you don't have a constant influx of new players. because it's counting on there being a constant supply of low tier resources, and that's not really been happening. Okay, I have space in my inventory, yes. And now, time to finish. Oh, I should have just done 10 so that I could start tanning them. I might actually go and finish, after I finish processing these ones, I might go to wherever I'll end up doing the tier 2 hunting. Just to find a place where I can just shove all of the leather in the tub at once. Hey there, Heina Joan, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. What's good? I'm good. How are you? What else is good? Are you good too? It's going alright. Thank you for asking. Just doing some crafting. Have you played Bitcraft before, or did you just run into the stream randomly? If you haven't heard about Bitcraft, it's a game that's in development. This is the third alpha test that started off as a closed alpha and is now an open test until the end of the holidays, when the servers will be shut down until the next test, which we don't know when it'll be. But if you're interested in crafting games or survival type games, yeah, you should definitely give it a look. Hina saying, nah, I haven't played this yet, but I'll try some. Good. I think if you go over to Bitcraft, I think it's bitcraftonline.com. It should be easy to get access at the moment. We don't know if the next test, the Alpha 4, will be closed or open. So, yeah. If you don't want to, like, if it looks like something that you want to try, you should try within the next few weeks. Yeah, I am crafting. It's a game where half of the time you're doing things and then half of the time you're just chilling and crafting. It helps that it has a really cool atmosphere and I guess design. You can just sit down and chill. It's definitely not an action-packed game. Although I do tend to stay on this type of window when I'm actually playing, because I have to keep an eye on my buffs and on the processing time. Alright, so I still have a bunch of this, but I don't think I want to process that here. I haven't heard back from Zozo. I think she's streaming right now. so she might not read my message soon. I'm gonna go over to... Do I have anything here? No. I'm gonna go over to Shovel, because I know they have a bunch of tubs, and I can start tanning some of the leather and see just how easy or hard it is to hunt for the goats over there. Where is their leather working area? That's tailoring. That's smithing. Maybe near the tailoring? Oh, they only have one tub? Really? Huh. Or are these tubs too? Oh, these are tubs too. Okay. So, let's pop this here. And this one's here. And this one's here. And the last two. No. I'm looking for this. That's gonna be another 2 minutes. I should have just kept the meat and just dropped it here as a donation. I don't really plan on doing much with it. What was the animal hair for this time? Was that for the refined cloth? Yeah, that's for the cloth. I don't think I will need any refined cloth in the near future. But I do have, I actually have a bunch of the straw part of it. And I might be able to buy cheap cloth, right? At tier 1. And then just, like, refine it and sell it. Yeah, they're selling at 30. Selling a whole bunch at 30. New beginnings. And then I can just, like, buy this, and, like, buy, what, 6 of them? And process them and sell them to Rumba for 125? I think I'll probably just do that. I should definitely consider planting some trees over in the end of the road, I think. It would have to be pines or spruce, and I think I like spruce better. I wish I could plant birch there. I really like the way birch looks. I'm not entirely sure if the reason that they decided to not allow trees to be planted outside the biome they belong is to avoid people from abusing the, like, just bring the seeds home and then you have like an extra bit of wood. I think I heard at some point that they were saying they would add more things as decorations, so hopefully they could make trees that are actually a building, like have the same model but be a building. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that the tree farms is what makes sense for people to do with that resource, the way it worked. It should be a purely decorative item that you cannot chop and that you could like grab and move, like you can move other things. You could just move it and rotate it and place it, you know, where you want it. That's what I would expect from that type of resource. Okay, so that's actually, those are gonna be done soon. Well, let me just drop food. Where was their ingredients one? Cooking chest? No. This one? I don't think they... Oh, they do have some uncooked. But not tier 1. Well, now they do. And is this done? Soon. I mean, I do see goats around here, and I know that they've placed a lot of light sources. This is why I came here. So hopefully it won't be too bad. It means I need 15 goats, right? If I needed 30 birds, then I would need 15 goats. Yeah, the thing with the... like, light sources are not too hard to make. I know I made like... I don't know... 20? Probably? For my road? And that was like... just a straight line from here to here. If you look at like chunk size, it's about the same surface as like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chunks, but I guess they're closer together. And this was probably done between KOF and Shovel, not just Shovel. So if I could do that by myself, they could definitely do a lot more. And I will need to process these ones next, right? I'll wait until those are done. I'll go grab a goat or two for now. Oh, actually, I'll grab more goats because I'll need to tan the goats as well. So, let me place my cart somewhere central here. And get rid of the grass again. Just so that I don't miss any corpses. And start hunting. Oh, also, let me... Oh, I was already tracking it? Oh, even after withdrawing it and placing it again, it was still tracking it. That's interesting. Useful to know. I want you to run the other way. Towards the cart, please. A little bit more to the right. Oh, it missed the targeting. A little bit more to the left. There you go. Almost there. Close enough. Now that way. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one because otherwise I'm gonna miss it under the tree. And might as well just drop that one there. And drop that one there. Where's my next victim? Does this click through trees? Yes, it does. Interesting. So if you hold control, the cursor changes to the little sword. And apparently it'll prioritize clicking on something that you can target. So I was able to target the goat behind the trees. So that is good to know. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the Sea of Corpses this time because I'm very likely to just lose them under some bushes. Or do they? Oh yeah, they show if I do that, so I'll just do that. Might as well grab this one now though. Next victim. Let's see. Where's the goat? Click on the goat. Maybe it's not perfect. It doesn't actually quite click easily behind the trees. It just avoids targeting the tree itself. I still need to have sort of like, I guess, a clear point of view. Or I mean a clear line of view. Where's the cart? That direction? Okay. They definitely made them slower though. Maybe a little too slow. I wish it would run to my cart a little bit faster. Alright, only 10 more. This way? No, those are saggy birds. Those are saggy birds. Newbie goat. Oh, getting a little bit too far. Let me actually grab my cart and move around a little bit. Why are there so many saggy birds around here? Kind of wish there were only, or yeah, really only newbie goats. Is that a goat? Yes. But I'm gonna need more than just that one. Okay, apparently there's more that way. The question is, where does this end? Okay, so there's still plenty of protection on that in that direction. This seems kind of centric enough. Let's go get you first. There we go. It's too slow now. I wanted to run to the cart, but it's so slow. There we go. Might as well pull the cart a little bit further away. Alright, there's 3 kind of close. Let me grab... Where is it? There you go. Let's grab that one first. Eight. No, not that much. There we go. A little bit more to the right. Back in Alpha 2, I had found a really nice little island where you could just hunt them inside the island. They didn't really have anywhere to run. I miss that. I really miss that. Alright, I can probably get them to run here. Kelly, I'm gonna cook some food. I'll listen but can't type. That's alright. I hope you enjoy your food. At this point, I think it's easier for me to just kill them wherever and carry them here because they just run so slow. It is about the same. can definitely try to get past them first, so that at least they start running in the right direction. But yeah, I think they reduced... I don't know why they reduced their speed so much. I guess if it's so that they don't run too far away and end up just dragging you from jackal to jackal, I guess that would kind of make sense. But it's just making hunting them, I guess, more... or actually directing them towards the cart, I guess, is what is being more tedious now. Oh wait, no, grab the cart, grab the cart. So I want to go that way next. Yeah, let's park it here. Saggy birds and jackals. Yeah, this is not where I want to be. So let's try here. Are there just no more newbie goats? Do I need to wait for them to respawn? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just start processing them. Do I already have 10? Yeah, I already have 10, so... I also need to get the wood for the... What's it called? I need 5 wood. No, actually it's less because it's not 20 tannins, it's only 10. So I need like 3 logs of tier 2. There was just one right where I was. I should have remembered that. Because I want to be able to just leave them tanning while I go hunt for the last few. This is a tier 2 tree, right? Yeah. How many have I gotten? Okay, that should be enough. Let me gonna get rid of that interface and place this probably around here in the middle. This needs to be bark. Oh, I already had a few, so I probably didn't need as many. Next. This is the hunting? Yes. I wonder if making the... Oh wait, no, I said I would buy the cloth, right? Because otherwise I would probably get my tailoring to level 30 without really wanting to. Which is just another symptom of leveling is too fast. Alright, I probably need to do the tanning thing with the buckets as well. So, is this all 60? Yeah, I'll leave this here. So when I come back, I'll start processing them. Then I just need to take a quick trip to Aquila. Grab some buckets. And I said I need 30. Oh wait, no. This is the number that I'm interested in. There's so many times that I've made more tannin than I want to, because I think I need to do 30 times this craft. But each time gives me 3, so it's actually only 10 times. Is there anything else from here that I'd like to bring with me? Probably not. And back to shovel. Okay, so I need to process these 10 first so that I can begin tanning them and then go hunt. But in order to do that, first I should finish this. Oh, I have never done tier 2 leather. I was wondering how much effort it took, but I don't even have the recipe unlocked. But it does seem to be twice the effort, at least for the pelts. It's 100 effort or at tier 1. 200 at tier 2. So that should mean that for the 30 leather, it's also gonna be 12 minutes or so. kind of miss having the moon more visible normally. Like, if you face straight up, you can still see it. But I miss when it actually came down and up from the horizon. And I don't think I had noticed the texture of the upper layer of clouds. I don't know if we can actually... I guess it's always sort of like at the edge, top edge of the screen, and only when you bring your camera down to a very low. So usually you would just see this. Even from far away? Yeah. So it's, I guess, just a little bit of texture. But if you're in screenshot mode and you face straight up, you can sort of see more of how they are made. And I wonder if it's a visual effect or do the stars actually move? Probably just a visual effect. Yeah, placing an object right next to a star on the screen is not moving. It's just one of those things that I guess it's because there's something else moving in the background. While you move your eyes, you get the optical illusion that the stars are also kind of like moving. Yeah, the Nubigots are respawning, so I guess this is sort of like the right way to do it. Just hunt a few, come back, process them, they spawn again. I don't need this, I don't need that. You go up here. I'll bring that too. And I probably should have waited for for me to process these pelts so that I could drop these ones in the tops there so they would start tanning while I then crafted this other bit. But I think, yeah, there'll still be time for me to go and hunt the rest of the goats while these pelts get tanned. I'm starting to wonder if, because I'm thinking, I was looking at the list of what I need, and cloth is clearly cheaper than the other things, right? Like, well, this place is selling them for 55, this one's selling them for 65. At the Mistake, there's a whole bunch on sale for 28. Oh wait, no, that's the cloth strip. The actual cloth is 65 here. I think for the... yeah, that sort of corresponds. At the same time, leather, of course, is much more expensive at 120. And then tier 2 would be Aramite ingots. Okay, these ones are actually not that expensive either. There's a bunch at 58, 80, 80, 87, 75. So I guess it's just really leather that is more expensive. I guess there's a lot more Aramite up for sale. And interestingly enough, a little bit higher priced. 75 seems to be among the lowest. And then this one, that's 58. Planks are always cheaper. I don't even know if there's anyone selling planks. Yeah, at 40. Yeah, that makes sense. I assume then that's just that leather is just more expensive because it's more annoying to get. And actually, the one that was selling it at 120... oh no, it's here, it's here. I thought it had disappeared. It's still there. But there are 13 pieces of leather on sale in the market at 120. There's 4 more at 150. And there's somebody that's buying 5 of them at 250, so they're buying at 50 each. Or trying to. I don't know if they'll be very successful with that. So that's basically not exactly twice as expensive as Aramite, for example. I mean, not... yeah, Aramite ingots. And cloth, maybe like 1.5 times more expensive. I wonder if something as simple as... what's the current ratio right now? We're getting 2 pelts per animal? We are getting 2 pelts per animal. Maybe it's something as simple as we need to get 3 pelts per animal to make it sort of even with the progression. Food for thought. I'll probably add some feedback on that matter. Alright. Posted the short feedback. Let's see, how's the processing going? 2500 out of 4400. Another couple of minutes. Then I can pop this into the tub and go get me 4 more goats, I believe. Yeah, 4 more goats. Which actually should be easy. I see one right here. I believe there's one over there. So if the ones that I hunted first have respawned, that should be simple. Alrighty, and 10 of them go here, and more go in here, and the last one's here. Where did it go? Is it inside the tree? No, it's behind the tree. Let's just make it run closer to the other one over there. There's one here. And what do I mean already deployed? Oh, did I leave it there? Yeah, I left it out. All right. Might as well grab that one. I think it was kind of close to that other goat, so let's try to push. No, don't chop the tree, we're hunting. Let's try to push this guy in the same direction. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, can't place on one of those things. Interesting. That is one. Two. Three. And where's the fourth one going to be? No, it's the jackal over there. Okay, it's probably close enough for me to get it here by shooting at it. Yep, straight line, straight line. No, 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 don't go that way. Straight line. There we go. Oh, already had that open. Now back to processing. Oh, this way. Got lost for a moment there. Select it. And to process them. Okay, and that's gonna be 8 more minutes. Oh, right, I need to process this as well. Actually, that's gonna take 8 minutes. I might just borrow some of the fabric seeds from Shovel. I'll probably bring them back later. I've done enough farming here that I probably made a bunch of the seeds that they have. Because over in my claim, I do have access to tier 1 fibers and tier 2 fibers. And I could probably just take care of the cloth over there, maybe. What does it take to make cloth? So it is 4 of these and then 5 filaments. I don't really have easy access to tier 2 fertilizer. I would need to bring some from here. The question is, what is easier for me to do? To do the cloth, or to just farm some crop oil and do some planks and sell the planks and buy the cloth. Might be easier for me to just do the planks. I already have most of the materials. I just need the what's it called? Crop oil. Although I could, while that's cooking, do a little bit of tier 2 fertilizer and take that with me. Because the berries are right here. And I need to wait 8 minutes for my crops to process. I might end up using them, I might end up not using them. But it's not gonna hurt me to have them. Oh, so you can see me here? Interesting. Can you see me if I stand here? No. No, you cannot. Let's grab a couple more. Because 50 berries will give me 25 fertilizer. I don't really know what the yield is for Wisweave, just out of the top of my head. But I think I would want to at least plant 50 seeds. I can probably just plant them here and leave them there. Like just use some of the Shovel seeds, plant them here. Oh wait, no, because I need water for that. I need buckets. I always forget about the buckets. Okay, so go to Aquila, get some buckets, and get back here. that's 50. Because I'm gonna be waiting 12 minutes to process the leather. So this is something that could get done in those minutes. And then I save some money. Or actually I save myself the effort of making it because I don't have the money right now. Split stack, I need 50. Back the shovel. And make fertilizer. I wonder if this is too much. Because for tier 2, if I need 30 cloth and that's 5 each, that is 150 wisp wave that I need. What is the rate for wisp wave? Here, obtain 2 to 5. Ah, okay, so that would have been, yeah, I guess 50 plants will probably give me right around the amount I need. One thing I failed to search was actually buying Wispweave. Nah, they're selling at 42, that's much too expensive. Because you need 5 for each cloth. That's way too expensive. Okay, 5. Oh, okay, but it's 10 for 50, not 1 for 50. 5 for 25. It's not bad, actually. And it's 10 for 50. So this was also... Oh, okay, so 10 for 20. That's actually a better price, but you cannot buy it anymore because they don't have any left. This was still too high. 42 is still much too high. It's good to see though that there's prices have started to be sensible and to make sense. I imagine if the trade finder was working well from day one, we would have definitely seen a lot more trading. Probably still not as much as we would like. We would have seen a lot of postings for materials. Maybe not all of them would have been sold. Because I don't think there was enough of an influx of hex coin into the player base. But I do think we would have seen quite a bit more. What am I missing? Oh, seeds. And so I'm just gonna be processing things here. Anyway, I'm just gonna grab some of Ardalisa's seeds and then pop them back in there with some extras. I'll probably also be popping back any excess Wispweave I have. There we go. So that's, ooh, that's half an hour. That's a long clock. Now let's return that. I don't really need the berries. Oh, is this where you keep them? No. Is this where you keep them? Yeah. No, that's my food. This. Probably that too. No. Yes. Yes. And... oh, okay, here it is. 7 more minutes for that. But I can start with part of the crafting. I guess at this point I could also just, while this is being farmed, once I'm done with the leather, I probably could start doing some bricks. What is it called? This takes 5, but this is a random, yeah, this is a randomized one. And then it's one of these into one brick, right? Yeah, that is a 1-to-1 ratio, and here is a 2-to-1, so I need 120 basic clay and a bunch of those. So let's see, so that I have the exact number. 5 for each one, and I need 60. That's 300, and I get between 2 and 5. So I need about 100 to 150 rocks, and I get 4 in each big rock. So I'm gonna start with maybe 20 big rocks and see if I get enough. Maybe 30 big rocks. Actually, I'll work in 20s because I'm probably gonna be juggling with the inventory soon, since I'm ending up doing everything here. So I'll need inventory space for the clay. And I think the small cart has more slots. That's 18, and that's 12. I mean, maybe 18 is enough, or maybe 12 is enough, I mean. Yeah, maybe 20. I mean, 12 is enough. There's actually plenty of tier 1 rocks just around here. That'll also give me time to see if I get enough Wispweave out of that batch. Because the moment I planted that basically meant that I was going to be around this claim for half an hour. As it doesn't really make much sense to go away. Okay, so how much time left for that? No, was it here? Yes, 2 minutes. Well, let's start mining. Let's place our cart here. And actually, since part of the process for bricks is cooking them, I think I will leave the leather on the station while I do the bricks. Welcome back, Elaine. How's your dinner? Just alright? What did you have? I'm at 16. I think I said I wanted to grab, I guess, close to 30. Can I say I had some baby pangang, which I don't know if they serve it in many countries, because as far as I know it's a blend of Chinese and Indonesian food. I had never heard of it. Or I guess it's not baby, but it should have been babi pangang. I've never actually heard of it. What's in it? Sounds interesting. I love Asian food. Pork in a sweet sauce. Okay, yeah, that's definitely something that's kind of a staple in that area, so it should be good. Did you make it yourself? You bought the pre-packaged. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm just looking at pictures right now. I shouldn't have. Now I'm gonna want to eat. I should actually be going to eat soonish, like maybe in 10-15 minutes. Yeah, there's a supermarket like right around the corner from where I live, but it's a very small one, so it doesn't really have a lot of interesting uh, things. I just buy stuff to make my own food. There's larger supermarkets that have good pre-made, pre-packaged food that sometimes I'll go and just grab some to stock my fridge. But right now, I probably will be cooking some... well, I have some rice. I always have rice because I cooked just lots of rice, so there's always some in there in the fridge, and just reheat it. And probably will make myself some chicken. Yeah, eating is definitely good, and yeah, you know, homemade food is definitely often healthier. Not always. You can also make really junky food at home. But yeah. How many are we at? Okay, 18. A couple more. Let's just kill this rock completely. And I know I need... Wait, how many did I say I need? So, if I need 300, and each rock gives me between 2 and 5. That's between, like, that's, I guess, around 100. Let's be... Let's be conservative and say I'm gonna get 3 each, so that's 100, and each rock gives me 4. So I'll start cracking 20 rocks first. I just got a call from one of my childhood friends is in town for the holidays. That sounds really good. Yeah, definitely a fun time when you get together with people you haven't seen in a while. Let's start with, well, I wanted to say 15 first, but I don't want to work more than I absolutely need to. Is my card in range? Yes, it is. $15. Yeah, that's a while. So did they just move out of town and they're just visiting family? Visiting her mother. All right, that's fair. Alright, let's see how lucky we get. So many time-consuming processes to make one entering hot at tier 2. Buildings are definitely more expensive this time, or at least they feel like it. I can't really remember how expensive they were to make on the last test. Maybe I guess it could just be that right now we're starting off at tier 2 instead of tier 1. Like if I was able to build this at tier 1, which I would be happy with, it would have probably involved a lot less effort. The frames and the leather are new items. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. They didn't have the leather packages either. Yeah, the frames is definitely new. And are they this? Yeah, the buildings are the same size, aren't they? I don't really have a problem with buildings being more expensive. I have more of a problem with the way that buildings are made inside of a claim. In a sense that I think the fact that a single building requires all of that work often means that the materials are brought by many players and not just one player, and yet it's hard to say, you know, this building belongs to everyone, because it would be nice for each person to have their own little home. I really wish there was a better way to sort of distribute the way that the claim is built, have it more integrated. Oh. No, I don't want to look out. I want to open this. Like, I don't know if I have had this conversation with you yet about having the buildings, like whenever you place a project site, instead of dropping the materials as a player onto the building site, to have the materials come from the claim, like from a treasury inside the claim. And in order to have those materials available in the claim owner would need to post listings for those materials from their claim to be filled by either people inside of their claim or outside of their claim, because it shouldn't matter. Anyone should be able to fulfill those things and get a reward for that. And then of course groups that are bigger and more organized would be able to say, okay, we'll wait until Kaylin is done with the timber, and then I'll post the listing so that Kaylin can get the reward for those timbers. But in other cases, and if there's enough influx of coin into the claim, it would make more sense to just make it an open job, because the sooner you fill it, the sooner you get the station, and then the sooner that you can use the station to produce more of an influx of hex coin. Yeah, I have been talking about this topic for probably a lot the last week or so. It's one of the big things that's been on my head, because we're now reaching the end of the test, and I had been sort of brainstorming about what I wanted to post as feedback. Now it turns out that we have a little bit more time, which is actually really cool. But yeah, I definitely do feel there's still a need to improve a lot of things. I think the devs themselves have mentioned in multiple occasions that as the project has, you know, moved forward, they keep noticing that they bit off more than they could chew, in a way. Like that they knew that it was an ambitious project, but it keeps becoming clear step by step just how ambitious it is. Because you could just, you know, have a simplistic version of what it can be, and, you know, it shouldn't really be that big of a challenge, but it would become a mediocre game. And that would be sad. But it has the potential to be a really, really good game. So I really hope they put the work in, and, you know, if it means that it takes a while for it to become what it has to be, that's fine. And if it needs, they need more people to make it work, then I guess that's where, you know, the budget comes into play, and they have to figure out how to go about it. I have no idea like what their budget actually was and how much money they raised from investors, and what timelines they may have promised said investors. It's not nothing, right? But it's definitely, like, I think a lot of it, I'm sure there's programming and engineering challenges, or what, like, every time they need to figure out how to make something into what they envision. But probably a lot of it also comes down to they just need a lot of feedback and try to figure out exactly what it is that they want to do with the game. I think there's still a little bit of ambiguity in what the end product is. I don't know if they have a clear picture, but I don't have a clear picture from the way that it's been done and the way it's been evolving. So maybe it's just that they also don't really have a clear picture. And that's fair, that's perfectly fine. But then that's actually, I guess that's the cheapest thing that you would need to work in, because as game developers, it would be a small creative team that is making decisions in as to which direction the game needs to go in. And if you just need to test rough concepts, then they don't need to be engineered to perfection. You just need to be able to test rough concepts. That's why I was really surprised when Tyler said that if this test went well, they were ready for beta. Again, maybe they just have a very clear idea of what the game is, and it's much more simple than what I imagine. But from where I'm standing, it doesn't feel like there's a clear vision for the end product yet. Or not a vision, a clear image. Because they can have a vision, and, you know, they can be just testing little things here and there. But I don't have a clear picture of what that vision might be. Alright, this brings me to 300. And now I need... What do I need? Oh, I need to grab this and drop it here, and that clears up some of my inventory. Because I need 16 stacks of tier 1 clay. So I need to drop this here. Oh wait, here. Killing same, I'm very curious where the game will go. Yes, same, definitely. Let's actually just drop all of this here. And let's grab some clay. I'm gonna need 100 and 50. I thought I saw some clay nearby. There we go. That's clay. Is that tier 1? Yeah. Yeah, already I guess I am disappointed in what the Empire system turned out to be. I expected when they first wrote on one of their blog posts about the 3 layers of the game, and the player layer, and then the settlement layer, and then the Empire layer, and that they would be, I guess, interconnected but not affect the other layers too much. Like they would be kind of independent. The fact that the Empire system turned out to be a monetization system that is supposed to be purely cosmetic, and I expect it to be purely cosmetic. That was a big disappointment. I guess I expected it to be, to be something that a player could aspire to once they are at a very high level, be able to influence the Empire layer of gameplay. Just like a high level player can sort of influence a settlement layer of gameplay. And right now, the settlement and the player gameplay is still very sort of like intermixed. So yeah, I still don't have a clear picture of their vision. Alright, that's 150 of those, and I'll start grabbing a little bit of tier 2 because I'll need 75, I guess. Or yeah, is it 75 or did I need 160? Wait, no, yeah, because if I need 300 of those, wait, let me get my calculator out again. Oh, that's right, because it takes 5 of those, but it takes 2 of these. Yes, that's why the math is different. Getting tired heading to bed when I'm done terraforming this tile. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be ending the stream in the next few minutes as well, because I do need to eat something and then also get some sleep. But thank you very much for hanging out. Okay, let's head back. And back is this way. Have a good one, and thank you. I'll enjoy my food. I'm glad to hear that. It is always fun to have you here. Turns out I only needed 120. And that's why it's better to do math. Now I'll have to do another trip for 20 more tier 2 clay. I mean, I'll still bring these ones home because they're used for paving, and I will need them. Well, since what I have left to do is turning this into that, which is also gonna be just a lot more processing, and then baking it, then gathering the mod and processing the leather. I think I'll probably just do the rest of this either off stream while I have dinner or tomorrow. I'll probably do it as part of it off stream while I have dinner and the rest tomorrow. I'll end the stream now since there's nobody else streaming Bitcraft at the moment. But again, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and get some good rest. And I'll see you next time.